Lawluxlove here, back with a Chanel unboxing. This is a handbag that I was fortunate enough to pick up 2 days ago. It's been sitting in the bag and in this box untouched. I knew I wanted to share the unboxing and a true unboxing here on my channel, and it has been hard because I am so excited about this purchase and I just wanted to honestly get started using it right away, which is how I know this was a good one. But before I get into the unboxing, if you're returning from some other videos or you're a subscriber, thank you so much for joining me again. And if you happen to stumble across this video and you're new here, just some brief background on me. I am based in Manhattan, New York. I'm a lover of all things luxury. I'm an attorney by day and handbag reviewer, unboxer, and comparer by night. And if that sounds up your alley, and if you're interested to see what I picked up from the latest Chanel collection, please keep watching. So like I said, this here is from Chanel's latest collection, which is 22A. I believe it launched last week, or maybe the week before. I did not go on launch day. I was busy at work, though I must mention, I don't usually go on launch day. I don't think I've ever attended a launch day at Chanel, just because up until now and up until these new rules at Chanel, I've always just sort of been texting with my connects and my SAs at the stores to let them know what I'm looking for. So you saw me just unbox that beautiful ribbon and camellia. Chanel always does such a great job packaging their stuff. It really does feel like a luxurious experiencing to unbox it. Like I was saying, I did not pick this up on the first day of launch. And I'll go into a little bit about why this was a little bit of a surprise for me to see when I walked in. But let's first get on with the unboxing so it will make sense. Wow, this is packaged so well. It's sitting in a little, like, cushion here. It's cushioned up there. That's really nice. And you'll see that this is in a classic flap dust bag. This is the white dust bag with the crisscross and the picture of Coco Chanel right there. I originally saw the sales associate wrapping this up in the new dust bag, and I'll pop a picture of that up here. And I asked her if she had any of the old ones, and she was so great about running to see if they had any left, and they did. And so I so appreciated that. Let me just put this down to see what else is in here. Here is, the booklet that you get. It has some history of the classic flap along with the buffing cloth, and I think like a stamp of the date of purchase and all of that. And I always keep everything that comes with my purchase. I do live in a New York City apartment. It's not the, it's not the biggest place in the world, but I do make a point to try to keep everything that comes with Chanel for sure. So here we have the dust bag to open up and reveal. The 22A dark beige classic flap. Let me get rid of some of this. She is beautiful. Just remove all of this extra packaging. Here is the 22A dark beige classic flap in the caviar medium size. I'll talk a little bit about this as I'm undoing the chains here. So this is a new and seasonal color for 22A. I'm trying to find any point of entry here. Warning, this is going to be a messy one, but this is a new seasonal color for 22A. So this is a seasonal color for 22A, and those of us who are familiar with Chanel's classic colors knows that as part of their permanent line of the classic flap, there is a color called beige clair. This is not that color, and it's markedly different, I would say. Let's see what their code is. Doesn't seem like it's on there. It just says classic handbag. Here is the color code, and then oh, there we go, beige. The color is just a classic beige, but it's not the beige clair. You can see from, it's kind of hard to capture on camera, actually. It's coming off almost more green than it is, but this is a pretty dark beige, almost grayish. It's like a gray brown beige, and I just fell in love with this color when I saw it, because the classic beige clair just doesn't work for me. For some reason, the yellow undertone in that bag clashes with my tone, I think. And so I've always wanted to have a beige bag in my collection. Of course, it's a classic color for a reason. It's a beautiful neutral. It's a nice contrast to so many colors, and especially those in my wardrobe, as someone who gravitates towards those dark colors. But I was always just sort of bummed that the beige clair didn't work. And so when I saw this beige, I saw it in a couple of photos, sort of like previews for the season, and I fell in love, and I thought, I have to see it. So I took my sister, and together we went to the Fifth Ave location, and I must say, my experience was really great. And this is something that I wanted to touch on before I get into my thoughts on the bag. But the store was, first of all, not very full. It was late afternoon on a Friday, so maybe the timing is why. But when my sister and I walked in, we were maybe 2 of 5 people on the first floor and 2 of 10 in the entire store. Pretty different of an experience than I would usually see at the Fifth Ave location. And more than that, the stock that they had out on the shelves was so great. And I'm gonna insert some photos and videos here as I talk through it. I was seeing classic flaps out, seeing color coordinated displays, and not just seasonal bags. It was, new bags from this collection with some classics sprinkled in. And I just can't really remember the last time that in recent history that I was able to walk into a Chanel and see classics out. And it was really nice. It was a really nice experience. It was nice to walk around and actually feel like you're looking at the current collection and not just at leftover bags that have been sitting in the back and things from a long time ago. And no classics whatsoever to be found, and certainly no classics when you ask to even see if they're in the back. So, and if they're out, they're probably also in the back. And so it was just a really, really nice thing to be able to see that. And it wasn't the only Chanel. We also walked into the Sac Chanel, and it was the same experience. Now, some people may say, okay, it's just because it's launch week. But honestly, I've gone to launch weeks, and that has not been my experience. My experience has actually been that the collection, sells out so fast that even though it's launch week, what they have up is old collection and leftovers that people, aren't particularly interested in. And so just for me, walking into the Chanel, seeing all that eye candy, honestly, it was eye candy, and not feeling rushed, not feeling like I'm having to fight someone else to get some help. It was a really nice experience. And I said something about it. I told the SA, who was so lovely, different than who I usually work with, but she was so great. And I told her, hey, this is like, I can't believe I'm seeing classics out. And she said, I don't know if you've heard, but there are new rules. And let me just quickly go over the rules if you don't know about them. But Chanel has implemented a new quota. I don't want to call it a quota system, but perhaps that is what it is. Where you can only buy 2 classic flaps in a year. And that includes top handle minis, classic flaps, and I think that's everything she said. And so you can only buy 2 in the year. And on top of that, they do not ship classic flaps anymore. So if you want a classic flap, you have to go into the store and purchase it. When those rules first came out, the overwhelming response was, at least in, bag groups and chats and things like that, was that, oh my gosh, they're trying to make Chanel Hermes. They're trying to make it so that you have to be offered a classic flap. You're probably going to have to spend a ton of money to even be considered. If they're not shipping, that means they're making it more exclusive. And my experience was just the opposite. There were classics out. When I asked to see classics, they had them in the back. When I chose this bag, I had my pick of 3, including, one that was out on display, but total of 3. And it was just so nice. And I felt like I was in, 2015 Chanel. Not that I was like running around buying Chanel bags in 2015, but it just didn't feel like the Chanel of, 2020 and 2021. And it was really, really nice. And she said, to get back to my, original conversation with the SA, she said, we implemented those rules so that, anyone could walk into Chanel and get that experience and have the opportunity to buy these beautiful bags. And I must say, the rules, they're, difficult, they're harsh, particularly for people who are far away from boutiques. And I understand that that is not something that I have to deal with. I am lucky to live here and have access to so many different Chanels. But if the goal of the company was to improve the customer experience when you walk in, from my limited and one-day shopping experience, I have to say they're on their way. It was really great. I was walking, we were given champagne before we even purchased anything. They told us, walk around, see what you like while we're drinking champagne. And it was fabulous. And it just felt so nice. And I wasn't expecting it. I was expecting sort of the transactional experience that I've been having. And that was a nice surprise. And so to anyone who's worried about the rules, and particularly if you have access to boutiques, I must say, please try it out, see how you feel. Let me know in the comments if you have experienced the same thing or you've experienced something different. I would love to know. So back, sorry for that tangent, back to the bag. This is the 22A dark beige. I know the color is just beige, but it is a dark beige. It's sort of a chameleon. It's difficult to get the true color on camera. It's almost pulling like green in some lights, but in real it looks gray there. I don't know how to get this. Maybe like right there, right in the direct sunlight, it looks like it's real color. It's a beautiful, like dark beige, almost like that milk tea color, like a chai color, with light gold hardware. And when I saw this, I just knew, I felt like this is going to be an easy one to match. You know, I have the caramel and I love that color, but it's a little more difficult to match than I thought it would be. You know what? Let me go grab it. She's gorgeous. She's a rock star. And, oh wow, next to it, they look so different. And it actually makes this look a little more taupe than if not for next to it. But about this bag, gorgeous color, love it. So coveted. I'm so lucky to have it. But it's very rich. And while this is, you know, easy to wear with blacks and whites and navies, there are times when there are some colors that I feel like it's just a little too rich to pair it with. And that's what I'm hoping she will be for. Just looking at this, I can, you know, think of a ton of outfits, a ton of colors. I can't really imagine a color that this wouldn't go with. And if, you know, I'll try to get some, you know, shots of this color or maybe pictures that show its true color so you can see what I'm going on about. But I just feel like I can't really think of an outfit that this wouldn't work with. And I'm so excited to have it. And like I said, it was hard for me not to unbox it immediately because I like wanted to use it right away. And I think that's a testament to how wearable this color is. So if you are interested in the dark beige, I really recommend you go in and see it. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous color. I know they're doing other bags in this color. They have the walk, they have a bunch of SLGs, and it's really beautiful. Just a little more about the bag. So this is the double flap, and you can see that it's made in France, which is always lovely. It's the new microchip, and you can see with the seasonal colors, actually not just seasonal, only black has the contrast interior. This is, you know, this beige color throughout. And so super easy to see all your stuff, and it's just such a nice color. And in real life, I will say the light gold hardware does warm this beautiful beige. So that's it for this unboxing. I hope you enjoyed this video. I can't wait to start using this one. I am so excited to incorporate this color into my wardrobe after being pretty bummed that I couldn't get the beige Claire for a while. So let me know what you think. Do you like this color? Do you think it's sort of redundant with my caramel, or do you think that it's different enough? And also, if there's anything that I didn't cover that you think should be covered in videos like this, let me know. And if I'm harping on about something that you just don't care about, let me know that too. I really love connecting with you. I love hearing your thoughts about the content that I'm putting out. And if this is something that you did like, please do consider subscribing to this channel. I have some exciting content coming up. And I will say, it's not just unboxings. I do not want to be a channel that is just unboxing after unboxing after unboxing. I would like to share some helpful tips. I would like to share reviews and comparisons and all of that. So if there's anything you want to see, let me know. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope we do get to connect. Be safe and be well. Thank you so much.